All right, let's keep it together here. Let's keep it together. Hello, Kate. Hello, Okie. How y'all doing? No, absolutely no yicking out today. None. Not allowed. That means that I'm gonna get this thing done. We're gonna get this animation finished. Because I became a vegetable last night, like, way too. It is cold. I figure you're probably literally you're getting the snow right now because I'm seeing all this stuff. It's like everybody's like freaking out about the storm when like it's bright and sunny now here. They even like cleared my lot. Like I don't think the snowplow's been down the street yet, but not since like in the middle of the storm. But like I'm just about dug out here. I think I'll probably be dug out by tomorrow, and I'll probably get like Taco Bell or some shit. I don't know. They're having to eat like. God, the taquitos I got, the frozen taquitos from Aldi, they just taste like nothing. Oh, it's so disappointing. I'm gonna stop buying them. Although I did hear somebody mention having them with sour cream, maybe. Anyway, hi Jellyfish as well. I forgot. Yeah, Jellyfish, you were also here, I think. No, you didn't redeem anything. Anyway, hi. Also, it only happened started a couple hours ago. Yeah, you're in it for the long haul. Next 24 hours is going to be like consistently snowing with like no breaks. Massive atmospheric tidal wave of snow. I may or may not have seen your interaction with the post I put on this guy. Interactions with posts. My content. My content. That totally didn't flash up on my phone as I was putting it up for the tracker. Yo. Hi, it's 85 here. God, I need that 5F. It's in the teens here now, I think. Let's see what temperature it is today. Let's see. Is this a wacky and zany day? It might be. We'll see how sane I stay. Let's see. Oh, I'm under a cold weather warning. That makes sense. The temperature currently in your area, the temperature is 14 degrees under fair skies. Here's a look at our local Doppler radar. I'm not going to show you that. That's doxing. The local Doppler radar shows the snow ended in St. Louis like a couple hours ago. Actually, no, like about an hour ago. I want to say, yeah. -40. Well, they probably aren't getting the snow there unless it's because like the places where it's been like insanely cold with the wind chills and shit, it's been too cold to snow. Somewhat. I don't know, lately. -40 would have to be like... You're talking about wind chill, aren't you? There's no way it's not wind chill. I'm going down to Florida. And yeah, it's all in the 80s down there. You guys have like the cutoff zone? Like right on the panhandle? God, it must be crazy to go from the coast like 100 miles inland and like go from like 51 to 38 or some shit like that. Shit, you can go from like... Yeah, you just go 100 miles into Georgia and you're hitting like the 30s in like no time. That's fucking insane. The landscape must change so much in that area. Nuts. Your electricity died last night. You have yet to recover. Oh god. Oh my god. Yeah, I haven't had any power problems here, thankfully. I did have like firewood just in case like the power went out, but I also burned it because I wanted a fire. I like having fires anyway. Even though like my power could have gone out and then I wouldn't have had fire anyway. Practicality. I had like one more like one of those like logs that you can get in a box. I had one of those left, so there's that if there's like an emergency, I guess. A 3-hour log. 3-hour log. Snowed where he lived. Oh, the border of the temperate zone, yeah. Well, if it's 85 there, I think you're maybe into the state a little bit. knowing your circumstances. I think you are pretty far from the border. The border is like the border zone of the temporary. It's just above the state line. And then everything else, like, then you get into the rest of the country, the continental US, where it's all like 40s and below minimum. Like, maximum is 40s. Jellyfish loves you. Jellyfish loves you, Bubby. Where'd you go, Bubby? Where did she go? I was just petting her like 2 seconds ago. Like, ran away. Kitty! He go. He's gone. He doesn't exist anymore. We're gonna work first thing, I think, because I don't want to distract myself with a bunch of GeoGuessr. Now, we'll do the 3 dailies. We'll do the 3 dailies and then we'll go straight to work. No fucking American Guesser bullshit. I swear to God. Even though I'm gonna do really terrible on GeoGuessr. Well, 5 years ago. 12. Jesus Christ. Okay. On that note, though, that means I should cue this stuff up. I watched the movie Heat last night. That's what I did. I wasn't just a vegetable. I watched the movie Heat because somebody had mentioned it in some fucking comment online, and I like learned of its existence, and I was like, this looks like one of those like movies that dudes would watch in the 90s to make them feel like men, and I wanted to know what that was like. And it's a very like methodical, like kind of plotting movie where here, why don't we at least like switch over to something? Why don't we switch over here so you can at least see my face when I'm doing? I'm gonna still be dancing. Stop dancing, fucker. I haven't even calibrated. Ah, there we go. Okay. It was a very methodical and plotting movie where these guys, okay, what is it? It's like it goes really into detail with these main characters' lives, and it kind of gives a background on like every character, and you see everybody's life from their perspective. You even get the life of the Allstate guy. He's in this movie. You know, the dude who is the Allstate spokesman. He's like you see his life, you see him building up, like he's like, oh, he got released on parole, he got this like shitty job where like the manager takes 25% of his check and everything, and he has to do all this like all the fucking grunt work even though he can work a grill. And then then the main character like steps in and like towards the end of the like, oh god, is it towards the end? It's like 2/3 of the way through the movie, the main character steps in and is like, hey dude, do you want to go on this bank robbery with us because our driver stepped out? And the guy is like, yeah man, I'm cool, I'll do that. And then he gets shot and dies. Spoilers. Allstate guy dies in the movie Heat from 1995. It's a mess. It's like it's kind of it's funny. It's like it's supposed to be like, you know, dude's just looks like he's trying to get his life together. He's got a significant other and like he's gonna work his way back up, and then he just decides to do this, and then in a fucking instant he's dead. And I think it's trying to say something with that, but it also feels like movies nearly 3 hours long, and it like adds extra, and it's, I don't know, you know, there's an argument to be made about focus. Got insurance, it's fine, yeah. Now, pre-existing conditions don't count, so I'm afraid that when he went with Allstate, they did not cover his death in the movie Heat from 1995. As we all know. Why did I just put this moisturizer on my hands? Am I stupid? I need to stop doing that. I need to put this on before I stream. I'm gonna wipe the excess on my legs, moisturize my legs. Too much excess. Bah. It was I liked the movie. I saw somebody online say that it was like a really boring and slow movie, and that's true. It is really boring and really slow. But if you like try to listen to literally everything they say the whole movie, it's a little more interesting, because I love the way they wrote it. It feels real. It feels real. It's dramatic as fuck. The main characters are like, well, the cop is a fucking goofy motherfucker. He's like, wah! Wah! Like he's like fucking as hell. He's a wacky guy. He's very scary. I think he would I think he might be with an organization that's causing a lot of controversy these days, maybe a little bit. Although I think maybe no, I think he would do that. I think he's a glory-seeking asshole. A little bit. The whole thing is that he's like an animal, basically. He's a predator. He hunts fucking marks down and fucking busts them. That's what he likes to do. So I feel like he would do that in any situation. Anyway. Made it habitual. Well, I mean, I need to. Otherwise my hands explode. The second week in a row, moisturize your hands while stream. Well, second stream. Second stream for sure. I definitely did it like right before stream yesterday. Turned it into a habit. It needs to be a habit. During the winter it does. I can't do it like in the summer, otherwise I'll just have the clammiest hands ever, because my hands are fine when it's humid. It's just I've got a combo thing going on here. I've got my humidifier, which is evaporative. I love evaporative humidifiers. I should talk to you guys about that. I should yap about that for a minute. I want to show you guys. Why don't we talk about that? I got my humidifier going, and I got the moisturizer. It keeps my hands from freaking the fuck out. But here. This is like a swamp cooler, by the way. It's like a little swamp cooler, an evaporative humidifier. I love them a lot. What's up, Taco? How you doing? Some kind of weird root. That's true. It is a weird root. I was losing my mind about an animation thing yesterday, and I'm gonna finish like a 2D animation thing, and then I'm gonna do some texture painting in a little bit. This though, these evaporative humidifiers, you fill up the tank, it absorbs the water into like a wick, and it blows a fan over the wick, and it just evaporates off that. And it's like the simplest goddamn thing ever, and it adds humidity to the air, and it's so nice, and I love it. Humidity is for scoundrels. Well, you need it in the wintertime because cold sucks literally all the humidity out of the air, and you dry out, and you're like, oh, my bones, oh, they're so dry, my joints, I can't move, oh, my skin is cracking everywhere, oh, God, it's not a good time. So you gotta have a humidifier in the wintertime here. Awfully high naturally, yeah, well, that's a good thing. That's kind of a good thing. It's bad for the temperature, obviously, but it's good for your skin, at least. At least you get that. Because like when there's no humidity, yeah, you dry out if you're like me, and then you just start, your skin's cracking. It's disgusting. It's awful. Mummified their kings. You know that? I think that's right. I can't confirm that, but I believe that. I mean, it's how the Egyptians did it too. Well, they used a lot of salt, I think. Their mummies. Comfortable in 25% relative humidity, dwelling free of mold and corrosion. Okay, there might be a bit of crap in this domicile that I should probably do something about. Don't worry about it. Maybe a little bit, but I need it for my skin, and I just generally, it stays warmer in here during the winter. It's like 0 outside, but it's like comfortable in here because it's more humid in here than it has been in previous years. I remember I've been cold kinda just in here naturally because the humidity's been so low and my skin's been drying out and yada yada because of fungus. Fuck fungus. I hate fungus so much. Walk their old king up the mountain until it got cold enough to be dry. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And then they'd just like leave him on top of the mountain for like a month and he'd dry out. Yeah, I get that. These things are super easy though. You just fill the tank over and over again and change the filter every once in a while, which is just a wick. It's a water wick. And that's all you got to do, really. I mean, you probably should clean it out, you know, at least once a season properly. I never have noticed like any buildup of any like gross stuff. Mine kind of looks like this. It's not quite like this, but it's similar to this. It's from the 90s. My mom gave it to me. It's the one I grew up with, and it still works. She's got one of those like mist ones now, and I hear those like vaporize everything in the water. Like they leave buildup and residue everywhere. Like they like it accumulates on stuff as dust, and it's weird. Like the water at my mom's place has a lot of limestone in it, and a bunch of lime will just build up on surfaces like around the humidifier. It's weird. The shower has all this lime all over it too. It's fucking lime is the worst. One of those two. Lime definitely also changes the flavor of water a lot. It's really interesting. One of those. Yeah, these are nice. Use distilled water. I don't want to buy a bunch of fucking jugs of distilled water. I've got a filter that has like a blue media layer. I don't know what the blue actually does necessarily, but it seems like it helps prevent some of this gunk from like building up too much. I tried to look into it a bit, but it doesn't, they're not very specific about what the fuck. What does the blue do? They have it. Maybe they have like a, the filters don't look like this here. People call it a filter, but it's a wick. They look like this. They're these round things, and then there's like ones that you can get that have like a blue layer on the outside. The round ones that have like this like honeycomb texture and not the actual filter texture. But anyway, the humidifier didn't break. The constant nosebleeds. Humidifiers, for the most part, the evaporative ones aren't too expensive, and I think you can get them from most places for like under $50, maybe like under even $30. I don't know if I would buy one used because I feel like that's a bad idea, but tap water's too much sediment. Yeah, there's a bunch of shit in the tap water here. I have a hot mist humidifier as well that I got from Aldi, and I used that for a bit one year. But what would happen is all of the stuff in the water would build up on top of the heating element, and I would have to like break it off with a butter knife every time I refilled the unit. It felt like it would accumulate like a shitload of that stuff, like cakes of it. It was weird. I've seen the process of making kombucha in person, where they've got the fucking cakes of bacteria in the jar, and it was like that. I felt like I was like, what is this? This is like a bacteria cake on my fucking humidifier. That's disgusting. I think it was just the minerals in the water that built up, I think, but it was grody. It felt weird, and I was like, I don't really want to have to deal with this all the time. I think it might have just been, I don't know, they're kind of like brownish, and so it makes me like what is in this water here, like what is in this city water here. It's like kind of grody. I want my humidity though. I need it. I also need to play GeoGuessr. Here, free start. Here, we're gonna refresh this because it'll give us a new one. There we go. All right, where are we? We are in Poland, but not Poland. We're in Eastern Europe. We're just no, I think it's Eastern Europe. I'd say Eastern Europe. Oh yeah, it's that is Cyrillic, Russia. I think it might just be straight up Russia. I've been pretty slack. I've slacked pretty hard on these GeoGuessrs lately. I feel like I've had like 0 brain cells and been making like the dumbest calls imaginable. I don't know what the deal is with that. Oh, I thought that was Cyrillic. I guess I'm dumb. Proxima Apertura. See what I mean? Maybe we're in Portugal again. Olama Center. They just have the word center in English here. They're just like, yeah, center. Proxima Apertura. Near the aperture. These sculptures. This isn't that same intersection from Portugal again, is it? That'd be fucking weird. Like Lisbon. This isn't Lisbon, Portugal again. I hope not. Gosh. You know, unrelated to this, I'm glad I drink filtered water on the regular, because I do not trust. I got the filter that like removes lead, because there's like lead pipes in this city. That they still have yet to replace. And a while back, I got that kind of filter, the Brita Long Life or whatever the hell, that removes lead, and it's water tastes a lot better and it lasts a lot longer too. The filter. I think it's making a difference. I hope it's making a difference. I didn't grow up drinking water like this. I think we're like in Spain somewhere. It's so like moist. Maybe we're in northern Spain. No, this might be stupid. I mean, this sounds like the Spanish and fucking Portuguese thing haunts me perpetually. Fantastic guess. What the fuck? It was northern Spain. It was like 1-to-1 northern Spain. That's so fucking funny. And it was like right on the edge of the arid area too. It kind of felt like it was a bit arid, but also felt too moist to be like regular Spain. Balanoil. Less lead in our water? What? Proven fact. There must be a shitload of lead in the water in this city. Fuck. Oh my god. Maybe it stokes like aggressive tendencies. I wouldn't be surprised. I feel like I moved here and I got like angrier about politics and shit for a little while there. And maybe like more pissed off. I don't know. Maybe. That's incredibly anecdotal though. That's incredibly fucking anecdotal. Extremely anecdotal. This is not America. It kind of feels like some American neighborhoods. I've definitely seen places kind of, whoa, hell, hold on a second. What's that bridge? That bridge looks, we have a bridge exactly like this in my city. Doxed, but we do. It looks exactly like this. That's fucking weird as shit. There's like, this is like a European town and there's like a bridge. This ain't my fucking town again, is it? This would be a really weird part of my town. I've never seen a place like this in my town. I think this is Europe, though. Yeah. I think it's just a really common bridge type. You just build them everywhere. It's really nice to have like a nice looking bridge in town, though, instead of just a bunch of dumb concrete shit. Give way. This is like, do they speak English here? I'm failing to think of like a place. This is like really weird. This is a really strange place. I'm not really sure where this is. This is actually like confusing me because it looks like they speak English, but they also like it's very European. Property buyers. Oh, Australia? Where the huh? .au. This is Australia? Where the fuck in Australia is this? I'm gonna say Melbourne or some shit. Yeah, this is like probably fucking like Melbourne or something. Like in the middle of Melbourne. I don't know. That's my best guess. Definitely a moist area. Oh shit, it was Sydney. It was just actually Sydney. Damn, Sydney is European as fuck in that area. This neighborhood is extremely European. Like more European than like American cities. Like San Francisco kind of has like a bit of that, but to lobby to keep letting gas is so fucking funny after letting gasoline. Oh my god. No, don't make us spend money to remove lead from our gasoline. Why would you do this? Last one, and then we will work on things. Okay, we'll get to the animation. I'm gonna have to think through that animation. I'm not looking forward to it. You're gonna have to bear with me while I think through the logic of it, because it does get a bit complicated. And that's what made me lose my mind in stream yesterday, is because I was like getting all worked up trying to think it through, but like my brain wasn't working. It was like it started like buzzing and vibrating. I was like, okay, I need to stop. This is like getting ridiculous. So let's see here. Oh, I guess this truck has no windows or something. Is it in storage? Maybe somebody like sleeps in there. Sometimes that happens. This is this is definitely South America, someplace. I feel like this is gonna be Bogota again, because I feel like we always get fucking Bogota on this damn thing. I'm just gonna put it in Bogota, just preemptively. It won't be Bogota this time though. I'm calling that now. It's probably like Montevideo this time. Montevideo. Love saying it like that. It's a Montevideo. 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 The one thing I took from Spanish was knowing how to pronounce some of the words. Sometimes. Most of the time. I don't know. I feel like the pronunciation makes sense once you get used to it for like languages and whatnot. But was that a truck with a tree in the back? Hang on a second. Okay, no. Whoa, that's cool. Well, I kind of want to save this. Look at this shit. So this isn't a tree growing through these guys, but it is a tree. Like, these trucks have been sitting here. This truck and this car have been sitting here for so long that a tree's grown over them. They've just been hanging out here. That's crazy. They've just been sitting here forever. They've been here for like 30 years. You don't see that on the streets in most places. Try again. It's Cordoba. Why are so many South American cities like so similar in that way? Nature is taking them back very slowly. It's coming for them specifically. Okay, well, I think we did good on that first round at the very least. Second round was okay. This was not great, but I didn't expect it to be Bogota, because that would be funny as fuck, and they're not doing that. They're not funny enough for that shit. Spanish colony, I guess. I suppose maybe the layouts were planned by the Spanish back when they were the colonial government. Dude, your home has that stuff. That's crazy. I did do one thing yesterday. I switched the mask from just being like an eraser dot to this right here, show mask area. It's concentric gray circles until it becomes like completely white in the center. So it's, oh wait, no, well, that's not what's happening. No, it's just dots of progressive opacity. So it's like a circle instead of just like a blob. And I thought that was like cute. And I don't know if everyone's gonna look, that's cute, but I think it's cute. So here's the there is the contrast back on there. And this is what I'm using to show the area of influence there. So what I'm gonna have to probably go a bit quiet while I figure this out, because what I have to do now is I have to animate. Okay, first of all, I should probably tell the thumb to be 100% brightness at all times, because it's gonna be passing in and out of this, and it's not gonna necessarily be lit up the same way. The thumb is this guy right here, and I think I'm going to put it into a little folder here so I can clip some. Let's see here. I'll put like white over it, and then like lower the opacity. Ooh, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Smart. There. I'll do like add glow. I'm gonna turn it down. I don't know if that's gonna read as his thumb. It's okay though. Hold on. Wait, I'm confused. Why is this not? They're not in there. They're not in there. They ain't in there. There we go. That was weird. Anyway. So now the annoying part comes, because I created this timeline and started animating shit before I was ready. I guess I could delete the timeline, can't I? Or can I like... That's the edit timeline button that I just clicked, I think, right? Yeah? So like, there's no way for me to just select all of these guys and extend them out, right? That would be awesome if there was. It's not gonna let me do this, right? Yeah, it doesn't let me do that. Wait, no, wait, what if I like do select all of them? No, because then it like doesn't. Oh, timeline. Oh yes, the keyframes. Oh. Gosh. How am I doing this here? So, what's gonna happen is this shit is gonna scroll by. He's gonna swipe, and then all this shit is gonna fly by his face, and it's gonna like loop. One keyframe? Alright, I'm gonna render it for now. Oh wait, that was a really slow render. A really quick render. He's just scrolling on the phone. He's just like looking at it. It's just flashing. See it like that, like across his face. And it's just there's a bunch of colored bricks that have been blurred to make the light. Because that's what social media is. It's just a bunch of colored blocks to entertain you while you vegetate. Oh! This says a lot about society. So what's he doing? So how's this gonna work? I mean, how am I gonna loop it though? Because it's gonna have to like stop, and then I'm gonna have to tell it to go back to the beginning and run it again. Good thing I just browse NeoCities. The astute individual. I don't know. Can I delete the timeline? I'd like to delete the timeline. Actually, timeline 2. We'll just do it again. I'll just make a new one. Yeah, forget timeline 1. I don't give a shit about timeline 1 anymore. I'm no longer friends with timeline 1. Friendship ended with timeline 1. Hehehe. I hate the internet. I hate the internet. It is suck. I hate the internet. That's why I'm on it all day, every day. Let's see. This guy is getting animated specifically, but I need to group this guy and another guy, because otherwise we're gonna have problems here. So this guy no longer gets keyframes. He gets, the whole group is gonna get keyframes. So put this guy here. I'm gonna duplicate the guy. I'm gonna move the group out for now so I can see what I'm doing. And I think I can move one of these guys off. Oops. That's silly. I think I can just move this guy up here like this, and then it should like loop. It would help if I could like see exactly like what part I'm on, but basically it should like loop from like the top one. It'll start at like the top one, and then it goes to this one again, and then it like starts over, and just, you know. Ideally. It'd be nice if I could tell it to just go back to its start position like on the texture directly, but then that would require a bunch of bullshit with easing and stuff. It's easier to just fake the end, to fake the beginning starting again, and like copy it over, and then hope that there's no like weird jump in between. That's the thing we're gonna have an issue with later, is that there's probably gonna be some fucking weird ass jump that begins to happen. So I'm gonna have to deal with that as well, which isn't a big thing. How hard would it be to do this in Blender? I feel like it would be similar, kinda, because you'd still be keyframing it, and then like, the thing is though, like, you would have to tell a light to project something onto something else, and that's like a whole mechanism that I haven't explored like at all. So I'm not sure how that would work. And then I guess you'd probably be able to like program the texture to loop precisely to the thing you want because of the way Blender works. But I also don't know how to do that, because that's like Python shit probably, or like something that somebody would have to have like a tool for. So I wouldn't want to. I'm not gonna do this in Blender because it'd probably take like 3 times as long for me. But like, I'm sure some people could get use out of it that way. That's my thought, at least. God, this is kind of weird. Right, I gotta position it here. We have to make it like way, way, way bigger, really big. Flip it over his face like this. Starts at the top here. It's blue. You can see the blue. Beautiful blue. Try to like put it like here. We're gonna have to mask the back of the phone out as well, because it doesn't need to be lit up quite like that. Is it masked out? Actually, it might be masked out already. No, it's not. The side of the phone maybe could be okay. The thing about this is I'm gonna have to try to figure out how to keep this thing straight while it's moving. So like, it's gonna go from there to like all the way. I come back this way. Oh wait, no, wait, because this is like doubly long, it actually is gonna go back to the blue section again. So I gotta find the blue section. Yeah, something like that. And then we have to compare the start and end keyframes. Can I drag this to the end? I don't think it wants me to drag this to the end. So now I have to compare the start and end positions. I can't onion skin this shit, unfortunately. Not quite right. So I'm gonna go up a little higher with this. Can I like... Well, let me... there we go, okay. Dog. Oh, I'm clicking the wrong fucking thing. Okay. I might be using a lot of shift arrow keys. That shit is awesome. I strongly recommend it. You always thought you could Procreate and Toon Squid lets you do that. Have a light that like projects a texture. I don't even know how to do that at all. Like, I know nothing about that shit, so nothing to say about it. If you know how to do it, then flex that shit. Don't just sit on that knowledge and like do nothing with it. Flex that shit. Use that knowledge. Do not just watch tutorial all day. Use the skills you have learned. I need to figure out what the fuck this is doing, because I can't even see where it is. I'm gonna disable the mask. I'm gonna disable the clip. And now now I can actually see where the fuck I am. Okay. Where is it? Here? Oh shit, dog. What the... Oh. Dude, what the fuck? Oh, that's the problem I was afraid I was gonna have, where they're overlapping and it's like creating an issue. Is this doing the whole thing, or is it like only doing part of the thing? Oh, that's so weird. Oh wow, okay. So that is that the top? That is the top. That's the top of the next one. Okay, so that would get into position like this. That's fucking weird. I thought it would be halfway around the bounding box, but the bounding box is just for the canvas or some shit. Anyway, it doesn't matter too much. Onion skinning. Oh, onion skinning. No, that's a thing here too. Onion skinning is a thing in Clip Studio. I just I can't use it for this purpose because this is like a totally different thing. It's not like I wouldn't be able to see like onion skinning works really well if you're trying to like draw lines to animate and you're like animating like a little like skeleton or something, like a, I don't know, you're doing like the rough animation at first, you're trying to get the feel for like how a character is moving. But these are like, this is like literally like a fucking bunch of blurred out like blocks, so you can't see anything if you like sit it to onion skinning, because like I can turn it on like right now. I also don't have frames, that's the thing. Onion skinning is for frames. And there's no frames on this. I'm just tweening it. I'm doing the tweens. I'd be doing the tweens. I love my tweens. Yeah, in the sense of this particular context and no others. Let's see. This needs to go. Whoa, wrong boy. Wrong fucker. I gotta like, now I gotta match them so that it loops fluidly. But it has to be like a visual match, which means it's gonna be a huge pain in the ass because I have to like make it look like it's looping. I think what'll happen is the thumb will have to move in like the second part and then like swipe up at the beginning of the animation. Like, I don't think you can tell that it's like looping. I mean, you can tell, no, you can see, if you watch it, you can tell it's looping, but you can't tell where the loop happens because it doesn't look like there's like a jump. Exactly. I mean, I guess maybe like, maybe there's a little bit. I don't know. It's like, it's something that you have to like look at for a while to see. Which is better than my windmill animation where like the fucking windmill like jumped and it looked like poo. That windmill I did. I've gotten lazy with some of these things lately and I've been slacking. And I don't want to be too lazy. I need to like be more fluid and perceptive with this shit. Let's see here. Why is this here? Why is that doing that? What's happening there? What is that? What is that? It's the unknown. Why is this so far off? What the fuck? What? Huh? Why is this like way off? What the fuck? When did that happen? Weird. It got like moved at some point when I wasn't paying attention. There we go. Okay. Now, his thumb is up here because he just swiped. And then now like here, starting about here, it needs to move back down. And then like queue up for the next swipe. Because like once it gets down here, he needs to like, actually no, it ought to be like swiping up like at the beginning here. So the current position it's in ought to be like reached by maybe frame 9. So I'll turn this on, but I gotta find the fucking layer. There it is. Oh yeah. Then it gets moved down, but it needs to be like linear coming out of this one. So I'm gonna switch the keyframe type. So it like eases into the position at the top. Oh, it's gonna be the whole fucking... this is one thing I hate about Clip, is that every time I want to animate some shit, it like always like takes the entire canvas. Like a canvas size bounding box instead of like a bounding box from the bottom. It's almost like too slow. Oh, look at that shit. I forgot the fucking the origin moves. Hang on. Oops, no, don't do that. smooth. It's too slow. Needs to be faster. Easy enough with the keyframes. That's like too fast. I feel like tweening, if you were doing like frame by frame animation, it'd be really good tool for blocking out frame by frame. Because you could just like keyframe like pieces and then you draw like the frame by frame over top. So he moves his thumb back down to position. I'm gonna copy this guy and put it like here. That didn't work at all. It just copied the whole folder. Stupid thing. Smooth interpolation. It's not fast enough. I think he's done. Other than probably a black background. I'd just duplicate the layer color. No. I think I'm gonna make the background solid black. He's just in the void. Also, forget about this like random bullshit off to the side. It's probably gonna get cropped in tighter anyway. I think this was all I needed to do. I just needed to like think about it for a minute. My brain was not working yesterday. It was like buzzing. Not sure if that's too bright. I think we're done though. I think I'll post this later tonight. There's nothing else I was working on 2D though, is there? I don't think so. I think this was the only thing I was doing. Yeah, because I did the Aura thing the other day. I mean, there is the old Flounder thing. I don't know if I'm gonna get back to that. I just don't have time. It's also kind of lost. It's like way out of context now. It's like been so long. Okay, so now I think we can go to texture painting. Let me get that pulled open so we're not like doing. I'm not doing that with the stream open because that would be a fucking mess. Well, I mean, it's gonna be a mess anyway because, I mean, doing it on screen is what I meant to say. The stream is already running. I meant to do it before stream, but I might have fucked up a little bit. Just a little itty bitty bit. I had to close it. Well, it's because I had to switch to my Leon driver. Oh, there we go. There's the lag. Give it a second. La la. La la la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Loading in the pre-built lighting for Blender. There we go. There we go. There we go. It's coming in now. It's coming in now. What is that? Hang on, is that real? I'm seeing some weird spots on some of these things. Why is my desktop making disconnection noises? That's weird. Are you guys still there? Give me a sign. Is the stream still alive? Did the stream die? Are we dead? Did everything die? The stream is... No. I'm frozen. The model is frozen, but yeah, you can hear me, okay. The model is frozen, but the stream is still running. Whoa, there, now I've caught up. Hi. Wow. Hi. Gosh. Recalibrate there. Okay, sorry, I was loading Blender in the background if you were confused. Let me turn off my fan. I had a fan going because I was warm. I didn't mention it, but I did once again ride on my exercise bike before stream. for about half an hour. 130 heart rate. I want to see how long I can keep that. Definitely all 3 days this week. I mean, extended weekend, basically. Should get some more water soon. There is something on my other screen that's like a really like rudimentary animation. And I just noticed they blurred a guy in the foreground and they like moved him in, like he was moving into the frame. And you could see like where the illustration like cuts off because of the blurring. If you blur something and then you don't zoom it in a bit, then like you're gonna see the edge of the blur if you draw something at the edge of the frame. And I just witnessed this. I think I did. In this amateur animation that's playing on my other screen here. I've encountered that issue before. It's very, it's like, oh yeah, because it's gonna do this. It's one of those things where like if I'm in the middle of trying to work on something with my boss, it's like a dumb technical thing that's like annoying to explain and like kind of unnecessary, really. And I'm just like, sorry, there's some technical bullshit thing happening. And then I can't really like tell him what the fuck is specifically. I don't want to tell him what's specifically happening because his brain glazes over when I do. So anyway, I love the texture on these sleeves. I've been looking at this. We might want to fix this a little bit, but this back here is looking real nice. It's looking really nice, and I'm not. Just this back here is looking real nice. Yeah, I really like this texture here. We might want to play with this a little bit though. It's doing pretty good. There is like, you can see like from the lighting though, like in some of these dimmer lights, there's like a weird thing going on. I'm not sure what that's gonna do in the future. We do have to work on the boots a lot. Like this stuff down here is stuff I've been ignoring too much. And that's like not the best. I shouldn't be ignoring that. The belts, I should probably add a little something to. Probably wouldn't hurt. I don't really wanna, because it's gonna take a while. I don't know if there's anything else I can do to the face. I feel like I've gotten the face about as far as I can get it. I don't know if this is like what I want to go with for the final face. It looks really nice. I love it. But like, I feel like it could, there's something inside me that's like been nagging that's like, there could be something more that I'm missing. Like, am I missing anything? Is it possible that there's something that I could be doing differently? Now a second, I'm no, this is her eyelid right here, I think. Isn't it? Show me this vertex. What's this vertex here? What's going on right here? Oh, that is the edge of her eyelid, I see. I'm pretty sure. And the eyelid is like a different piece. I forgot exactly what the fuck I was gonna do to make the blend shapes on this thing work. That's gonna be interesting trying to figure that shit back out again. One thing I've been thinking about. One thing. So you guys know, I've talked about it before. When I do my new model, my next silhouette, which is the next project after this one, I was thinking about like making my screen a giant eyeball sometimes for shits and giggles, because I think it'd be fun. And wouldn't it be funny if like I animated this transition not too long ago here? Where is it? I decided to like just actually show the blend shape transition on this right here, this thing. Wouldn't it be funny if like my mouth opened up to and like completely engulf my whole face, and then the eyeball popped out as if like the eye is in my mouth? I think I'm gonna do that. I think that's how that's gonna work. Spoilers. And it just disappears when I want it to go away. I don't know if you were watching that at all, but I decided to make the blend shape transition like 100% apparent now, like much more so. Slowed it way down. You can also change the easing. Anyway, I'm gonna texture paint. This thing is fucking scary looking. Look at this shit. Like, what the hell is happening here? It's like a skeleton. Please don't lag. It will lag. Switch to material view. Lag time. Oh, not lag time. No lag time. Thank God. Thank fucking God. All right. We're all good. We're all good. Damn librarian ass fucking face. Like, doesn't she look like a fucking... She looks like she should be wearing like the thickest glasses like ever. Fucking shelving books. What the fuck is she doing in this shit? What is she doing? Like, look. She's fucking, hello, okay. Yeah, what is all this fucking Nepeta bullshit? She should be, like, behind the counter of a library in elementary school. Christ. Anyway. Always talking about volunteering to help kids and shit. Yeah, okay. Just go get a job as an elementary school librarian already. Serve your community. Okay, what's happening here? That just occurred to me right this second. Substitute teacher. Yeah, she's a substitute teacher. Look at her. She's got the face of a substitute teacher. Oh my god. Look at this motherfucker serving their community. Serving their community. Yeah, that feels weird to say it that way, but like, you know. Where's the fucking... We're looking for the top. I need to rename this one. I don't like this name. What object does it think I'm on right now? I think it's on the wrong object. It's on the skin. That's weird. Extra paint. There we go. Top layer teal. Oh, teal is because of the inside of this shit. That's right, I had to color this. That was interesting. That's also going to be the emissive layer eventually. Top layer teal. Okay, top layer 1. What is top layer 1? Top layer 1 is like one of these guys. Oh, it's the... Oh, yeah, we were working on this last time I was texture painting. I didn't like how this was looking though. I think I might change it. I'm gonna hide her belt again, which is always a lot. But you know, sometimes you just gotta do what you have to do when you're working on shit like this. Okay. Because you're never gonna see this much. The belt hides like half of it. Damn, sun is hitting me in the eyes when I look to the side. This is so inconvenient. Oh yeah, that's right. Boy, hang on, let me close my blinds a little bit, a teeny bit. I'm just tilting them. I can't close them completely, and nor would I want to anyway. I got plants in here, they need the sunlight. I need the sunlight. I don't understand these people that live in caves. But I've ranted about that forever. That's like a rerun. I could do a rerun. I gotta do that. I gotta start doing that. I gotta start doing rerun rants. The model is coming along great, Taco. I think it's looking really good. I just hit her belt, but let me put the belt back on because I need to do the texturing underneath. Belt and keys. I feel like people have seen it without the belt like a ton because I keep doing shit on like either the midriff or the fucking pants or this thing here, whatever the fuck this is. It's like part of the top, I think. This is without the lighting that I set up with the sun, but that's okay. You can see like pretty much everything with it. This stuff down here is very unfinished. I've been slacking on modeling like a chain. Norbu, the ball on the ball and chain needs like his eyes. He also probably should be huge, like even bigger. He should be like 3 times this size. Because I was kind of thinking that this like cutesy looking model would have like a giant Norbu. And it'd be really funny if she like swung him around as like a battering ram. She can't use her scissors as a weapon. I really wish she could, but she cannot. If she pulls those out of her head, then she goes poof. It's like it's the lore. I have to follow the lore. Very important that I follow the lore. Where is the oh, there it is. Yeah, I want this guy right here. Can I get that? Yeah, that's just white. That's just white. Okay. Sit on it for a pose. Oh, for sure. She could definitely sit on. I already know what pose. She would have like her legs crossed and like have like one foot like kicked up. Be like, what? I would have fucked. The people she commissions always draw her doing that fucking pose. Basically, I feel like it's the same fucking pose. I feel like I've seen it 10 times, or an iteration of it. I already know what it would look like. I already know. I have to hide the belt again. It's in the way. I haven't done anything yet. I'm just like yapping. Texture paint. I have leftover coffee next to me because I didn't finish my coffee today. I feel like that might have been part of the reason I was getting like worked up yesterday over nothing, was because like I had drank too much of my coffee. And I can't do that. I can't do that. No, no, no. Okay. Down we go. You are not soft enough. You need to be like really soft. Work here. You need to, what's the CeraVe? I need to put CeraVe all over this brush. I need to get CeraVe myself instead of this Gold Bond shit, honestly. Maybe it would last longer. CeraVe. The moisturizer brush. This Animature animation is fucking crazy. I don't know what this guy is watching. It's nuts. I could make this animation. It's like all tweened. Like literally all tweening. Which is a little not the greatest, you know, when you're doing nothing but tweening. Tweening is like an assistive kind of thing, I think, most of the time. I feel like it's better that way. Can I like... Is this... Oh, this is... Oh, See, this is the spacing turned like way the hell down. Where's the, where's that at? Texture. No, not texture. Input samples, jitter, rate, 020, stroke. Maybe if I turn the rate up. No. See, that's stupid. I don't want that. Strength. Where was the setting for this? Because there's a setting for this somewhere. It just looks like Dookie right now. Hang on. Input samples. Why is it just... This is so lame. That sucks. That sucks. Where was the setting for this? Hang on, it's I know smudging. I was spacing. Do I get spacing options with this guy? The spacing sucks on this right now. Where the hell? I need more brushes. Where the fuck? I need to like buy or something, like maybe buy or find like new Blender brushes so that I don't have to deal with all this junk all the time. Oh, I wish Blender texture painting was a little better, but it works for its purpose. I mean, I'm not trying to like paint like rust and like grunge like my 3D professor always wanted. He would be so upset with this. He'd be like, "Where's the grunge? Where is the grunge? Why aren't you doing environmental modeling for your capstone? What is this shit?" God. Things my professor would say. Let's see here. This is not interesting. I don't like that. That doesn't make any sense. I think this should I think maybe we should like do like this kind of around the holes here. Maybe like one going across maybe. And kind of like reinforce it with some of this shit. And then I could like smudge it. Not blur it. Blur it is too weak. Too weak. I'm too weak. Too weak. God, this is so dumb. So that thing I was just saying right now, the too weak thing. It makes me think of two things. It makes me think of Palpy from Star Wars, Mr. Palpy. The big Emperor guy. I'm too weak, I'm too weak. But it also makes me think of like Total Recall, where Arnold Schwarzenegger is wearing a fake head and he's waiting in line. Oh, this works. He's waiting in line to go through like customs on Mars. And they ask him how long he's gonna stay on Mars for, and he's like, 2 weeks, as this like lady. And then they start asking him other questions, and it can't handle the fact that they're asking him other questions, and it starts like glitching the hell out. So he takes it off, and he like chucks it at somebody, and it's like, "I've got a surprise for you," and it explodes. So like Palpy's voice when he's like, "I'm too weak, I'm too weak. It's the same voice as that lady from Total Recall, that fake lady. And the fact that they both say something about being too weak has them blended together slightly in my head. Just slightly.
You could say I'm kind of like a movie buff of sorts. I kind of like movies. I kind of enjoy watching movies.
On that note, Eros has watched a bunch of fucking short horror films on her streams, and that's fun. Because a lot of them are really shitty, and it's really funny to watch her watch bad movies. It's funny to watch anybody do that. So like when Ken and Mimi actually started doing that recently, somebody that we have rated many times at this point. And I thought that was a good idea because she is a fucking cinema nerd. She's like a film gal, kind of. I think she would detest that characterization, but she was kind of into movies a little bit when she was in college. From what she's talked about. I didn't get to see too many of them. I was a little busy last night because she's been doing it a few times. Maybe she'll do it again sometime soon. This is looking good. This was a good idea, doing it like this. This like leather tight lines thing is really awesome. I love this shit. So I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner.
Are we like cooking with gas today, chat? Gas?
I'll say Gath. I'll start talking like Daffy Duck, Sylvester. Yeah, start talking like Pepe. Yeah, okay. Oh, good. Yeah, I already do that last one on stream. Yeah. Good. Totally random connection. Making totally random. Was I talking about anything before that? I don't think so. Because at this point, it's just gonna be stroking my shit until until it's done. There isn't a whole lot to talk about that's intellectually stimulating. You just press the button on the tip of your pen on the screen over and over and over again until lines are made. There isn't a whole lot to it. I guess, like, I don't know. I am slapping shit down and then, like, I start blurring it and then I'm like, whoa, that actually, like, works. It's surprising. Like, whenever I do something new and, like, it just turns out to be easier than I expected, I'm always stunned. Because I look at other artists making stuff and I'm like, wow, that's magic. That's actually magic. They did that with magic. They are a magical being and I could never possibly hope to emulate what they have done here. And then I like put my pen on my canvas and I'm like, wait. This is not as hard as I thought it was actually in some respects. There's a lot of, particularities, but like when you actually go to do it, it's not quite the like insane. What is it? What's the word I'm looking for? The enigma that you initially expected it to be. Is that in our title today? No, I think I put that in the fucking... I think I said enigma in the stream. Like in the go live notification. Enigma. What an enigma. This poses quite an enigma for us. On the collab canvas, that was so funny. Klondike brought up the glib glob glab galab. Glib glob gab galab. I was like stunned. I was like, oh my god. And like most of the people there knew what it was. I was like, hell yeah. Glib glob gab galab. If you don't know what that is, you should look it up. It's really good. Glib gob glob gab galab. I don't know. Oki's probably not still here. I think that's where I first saw it. Is Oki showed it to me, or that group. The glib glob gab galab. Why am I leaning so far forward? Like I'm sitting up perfectly. I have wonderful posture today. Excellent posture. Excellent posture. Excellent posture. Thank you. Thank you, Ring Fit. Thank you. Excellent posture. Ring Fit does that, doesn't it? Where like correct, like compliments your like posture and shit when you're fucking exercising. That's where I've seen it do that. Excellent posture. But I'm like, for some reason, Scylla was like hunched over like a gamer. Getting gamered. It's too bright here. This makes no sense. Where's this all coming from? Bigger radii. You know what I could use? I could use this not being like same thing here, the same size as the regular brush. Can I like tell it not to do that? Oh, Lego. Okay, we're Lego my Lego. Lego my Lego? What the fuck does that mean, dude? Bro, what does that mean? What are you even like saying right now? Like what? Dude, that's kind of like cringe, bro. So, okay. I'm telling the brushes to be different from one another because it's pissing me off that they're all the same. Different sizes and shit. Sometimes I don't want like a ginormous, like I prefer the texture brush to be small. And then I want, God, please don't tell me the samples changed on this guy. I'm gonna shit if they did. Just be, yes, spacing is 30%, not samples. Sometimes I want the texture brush to always be small. And then the eraser needs to be large because I'm trying to like change the colors of certain areas. Wow, this is fucking fun. Look at this shit. This is really nice. It's reminding me of looking at the radar last night, watching the snow. Something you'll notice if you look at radar is the further north you go in a snowstorm, the more like the snow starts banding. It'll like turn into like big bands that look a lot like this, basically. Oops. Hang on, they look a little like right here. They got this. They kind of look like clouds, but it's just snow. Have they stopped? Nah, not really. It was just one like a second ago. It's what it is. They're not as bad as they were. I think I did something to help alleviate it a bit, but they're not gone completely. I don't think I can get rid of them completely. It's just, you know, Wario and Blender hate each other, and that's how it's gonna be. I should probably hide these belts. But snow on radar, it becomes, rain is like blobs, right? It's like blobby. It's like a big old like blah blah here. Even like draw a raindrop. Oh good lord, what have I done? Oh no. Oh dear. Oh nothing. Nothing. There's nothing happened. No, you can chill. You can chill, buddy. It's okay. There we go. We're free. Free of the nonsense. Oh, no, I want to look down like this and then calibrate, yeah. It's okay, everything is fine, don't worry about it, that's normal. That just happens, and it will happen, it will continue to happen, just get used to it. Unless I want to be a PNG tuber all the time for the next, like, probably, like, the next while, really. Anyway. On radar, rain looks like this. It's like these blobs. It's like blobs, right? But snow, the further north you go into the snowstorm, the more it's like this. Because it like freezes into crystals. And they like arrange themselves in the cloud, I guess. I think. I'm assuming, I know that, you know, obviously snow is ice crystals. I can only assume that like, more broadly, they're like arranging themselves into like geometric shapes in the sky in relation to one another, you know? And I think that's freaking awesome. I think that's super sick. I think that's really neat. Why is there not like a meteorology VTuber that's like more popular? I need to see like Tammy tornadoes or some shit. Like go absolutely crazy with like a fucking Whole tornado theme. Tammy Tornadoes. Fucking stupid name. Obviously, they'd have to have giant twin drills. Where's that shit at? VTuber concept. I guess that I need to fill a niche, clearly. Tammy Tornadoes, a weather forecasting VTuber. Oh, damn it. Shit's getting in the way. Okay, I should probably leave this alone for now. I think I've done everything I can do on this. I was admiring the texture painting in Neon Divide too. Something I haven't told you guys, Neon Divide's maps are entirely handmade. They are not like this wasn't they were made specifically. They were purpose built for Neon Divide. So yes, somebody spent time texture painting and modeling all those maps. And they came out incredibly well. One of the lead map designer was heavily inspired by WoW, and I think it's pretty obvious in a lot of his texture painting. He was a huge WoW head. He was doing that shit back when he used to stream. He would like play WoW sometimes on stream just to go around. What he was doing was, oh my god, I remember he would like go around to different environments in WoW and like screenshot their textures to use as like a reference for when he was working on stuff. That was crazy. Oh, oof. Should I bother with... I kind of want to leave them on so I can actually see. Can I set this? Yeah, I think I can tell it to be like wireframe or something. Thank you for coming by, Taco. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. It was so funny though, like he'd be like he had like this magic pony and he would like fly around on his magic pony. I don't know what the fuck WoW is all about. I don't know what happens in WoW. See, I don't know shit about WoW, so like... Oops, I'm drawing on the wrong layer. This is the layer I need to be on for this aspect. Smear. Oh gosh, we got some laggies. Excuse me for the laggies. It'll clear up in a minute or so. La la la, laggy lag. There we go. La la, laggy legs. Oof. The stream isn't lagging itself too much, right? Like, I'm not getting like big loading times or anything, right? Like, it isn't like spinning a ton. That's the main issue that I don't want to encounter. I don't care if the model lags sometimes. What I do care is you guys being able to watch the stream without it crashing. That's the problem that I'm running into with this. Before I forget about this, I want to completely change the topic for half a second. Just for a small stupid thing. There has been, for the longest time, I have these blinds over one of my windows that are like the vertical hanging blinds. And for the longest time, like, there's a clip on this channel of my cats, I think it was V specifically. I think, Bean. I think she... When I had the cat tree by the window very briefly when I first got it, and they're climbing, they're sniffing everything all over it because they're exploring it. It was brand new and they were like going all over it, like sniffing it and like trying to figure out what all it was about. And it's because it's by the window. They like climb up on top of they put their front paws up on top of the cover that's in front of the top of the rail that the blinds are on. And it's not meant to support weight. It's just a decorative like cover. So like the clips on it snap and the whole thing comes down. Not my blinds. My blinds are not. It's just the cover in front, thankfully. I thought it was like my whole blinds at first. I was like, what the fuck did they do? I'm like, I sound so done in the clip. I was I was relatively new to streaming still, and so I was like very like exhausted. I was like, oh, I sound like incredibly tired in the clip. It's really funny. Well, those clips have stayed broken this whole time ever since then because I did not bother to replace them. And last night, the one thing I've been trying to get my mom to replace some blinds that she's had since I was a kid that kind of look like shit. I bought the wrong ones, and they're like I mixed up the dimensions, and I now have like $150 blinds that are brand new that we can't use. So I'm probably gonna have to donate them. Number one, very smart, big brains. They're listed right now. They're for sale right now, but I don't know if anybody's gonna buy them. If no one does, I'll donate them. And because of that situation, I've been like thinking about blinds a bit more, like thinking about like repairing some of the things that are wrong with my blinds. And I was like, okay, well, these clips that broke when Bean stood up there, she made her big stand. Like what are those? Like I know what they're called now, so I know what to search for. So I looked them up, and everybody wanted $10 for these plastic clips. Everybody wanted $10 for plastic clips that would cost probably like 5 cents each. And it was the most like, it was the stupidest shit I'd ever seen. I was like, what the fuck do you mean they're all like minimum $10? So the fuck is this? I am not paying for that shit. So that would have stayed, they would have stayed broken, except I looked up, I started looking up, I found one of those websites that has a bunch of different like, oh, here was the laggies. One of those websites that has a whole bunch of different STL models or things, you know. It aggregates from like Thingiverse and all the other 3D printing websites with the models that you can print. I found one that was the type of clip that I need, and I sent it to my brothers like, hey, could you print this for me? Maybe like print me like 4 of these just so I can replace these like clips without having to spend like $10, because resin is not expensive like at all. It's like really fucking cheap. Like I don't remember, I think it was like the pink resin that the Faith model is printed out of was like, I think it was $30 for the bottle, but it didn't even use like 1/10 of the bottle to print her. I bought him the resin myself. So these things, it would cost like, they probably cost about 5 cents each for him to print. But you know, obviously you have to have a 3D printer, you have to have all the resin, you have to have it properly like maintained so it doesn't like break as it's printing them, yada yada. There's all those costs that go into it for being something that's essentially supposed to just be a hobby thing. I'm just lucky that I know somebody who 3D prints. He also paints stuff, and I mean, he did paint the Faith model. I haven't shown too much of the Faith model though, because I made a mistake with my instructions. We're on the lags. I have to admit I made a bit of a mistake with my instructions, in that the face should have stayed one color, and I asked him to do it in 2 colors, and it looks a little strange. And that's my fault, because I like thought it would. I didn't know what I was talking about. But now I know, so might do another one at some point. Maybe one that's just clear and has like her eyes painted or something. That's okay, Cade. As long as you're listening in, appreciate it. I'm just here to yap by myself. I haven't been yapping by myself much recently. I haven't had like the juices to do it. It used to be just, oh, I'm so full of yap yum all the time. One of the person we rated the other day, Gobkibes, is really good at just yapping. Just like as she's like playing the game and stuff. It was I appreciate that. It's not really like I guess it could be a skill kind of to an extent. Yeah, here in plenty the yamps. The yamps. I love my big empty-headed yamps. You can expect me to lean more into the empty-headed babble fuckface thing in the future, because I have some ideas for theming that could be really fun and like kind of on the nose with the type of character that Silhouette is. I keep listening to this song. God, it's not even, I don't even think that one's I don't think that one's paused. Is it? See, we fucked that one up a few times, but the Ladies and Gentlemen redeem. That fucking stupid, the song that goes behind that is like a classic kind of that I bet a lot of people recognize. It was really corny at the time, back in the day. But it was like, I don't know, it's super fun. I've been listening to that shit because I love my corny like new metal dog shit, and it was giving me some ideas. It was giving me some ideas for how like goofy and stupid Silhouette could be. Just really lean into that shit. It's funny because like personally I don't feel like Silhouette is always like directly representative of me, but like at the same time Silhouette represents a piece of me that is really fun to market with, so hell of a lot more fun than being a person who stares at tablet. Not to say that that's a bad thing to market yourself as, because it's not. Plenty of people, that's just literally what they are, and it shows that they are very dedicated to their work. But sometimes it does ring a bit of like, hello, I am a drawer who does the drawings when I draw and I draw and I draw. I love new metal. You are a plague on society. Get this guy the fuck out of here. You are what's wrong with society. Why so serious? Can't believe they took that from us. Spirit genre. I love how much Joel Varg Skeletor Vinesauce hates new metal. I love that a lot. He's a metalhead and he fucking hates new metal, and it's awesome. Real metal is good too, but I also like, you know, I'm like a little freakazoid and I need my like drama. And I guess there's some drama, there's a lot of good drama in real metal, but I don't like seek it out as much. There's definitely some good drama in non-new metal. New metal is all like whiny, like fucking baby shit, but it's also really fun. God, New Divide by Linkin Park has got to be one of the most 13-year-old songs of all time. Like, it's crazy. I was re-listening to that, and I was like, my god, this is like the silliest little song. It's for the Transformer shit. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh my gosh, what a kitty. I have a kitty. This is the point where I had my crash out last stream. I don't think that's going to happen this stream. I'm hoping it doesn't. Oh. What the hell? I just looked over at my other screen and a tiny woman hit the opening button on a microwave and a million tons of popcorn popped out that would have buried her alive if she'd stood like 2 feet to her right. That was crazy. Man, the dangers that you can encounter in this world, you can't even imagine until you see them for yourself. Like, imagine if I were a tiny woman, or a tiny man even, and then I would be in like an early 20th century political cartoon about being harassed by, what was the fucking stupid cartoon? I wonder if I could find that. Like, let's see. Let's see. I think I can find it if I type this, man. The Hatpin Peril. God, please tell me I can find that fucking... It's so funny. It's really funny. No. It was like a political cartoon, I guess, about hat pins. What the fuck? Let's see, Tiny Man hat pin. Oh, it's gonna come up with Tiny Men hat pins. Cartoon. Damn it, this sucks. Why is there Little Caesar? Why is there one of Little Caesar, Little Eddie's? It's like Little Caesar, and he's got like a cigar, and he's like balding. If Little Caesar isn't balding. I can't find it. There's like a fucking political cartoon from like 1900 about hat pins or some shit. And there's all these like women poking a tiny man with a hat pin, and everybody was calling it a fetish cartoon online. Because I mean, they're not wrong. But I don't know if that was a thing back then, really. I don't know if people were aware that could even be a thing. I think that was like horrors beyond their comprehension at that point, you know? Although I think if you described our current political situation to somebody from 1900, they'd be like, "What? That just happened like 5 years ago here." Like, that's not. They'd be like, "What's even the problem?" They'd be like, "There's nothing. This is normal. What are you talking about?" Like, this shit's going on all the time. This is totally normal because we're like reliving the fucking Gilded Age here. It's kind of crazy. You should read about the Gilded Age. The Gilded Age is fucking crazy. Is like nuts. If you haven't read about it. I did like a whole like essay on it in college, and it was actually really interesting. Basically, it was the same shit we're going through right now with like certain companies that had way too much control over the economy and shit. Eventually, the government like did the monopoly acts and whatever, and that like got control over it. But, you know, that didn't stand too long, and blah. 3 women poking a tiny man back in the 1800s. Yes. I wonder. Can I find this? It's so difficult to find anything. Cartube. It gives me all these fucking modern shitty cartoons. I mean, I kind of... Okay, this is like the right artist, but I can't find the specific cartoon. I can't find it. Such a fucking... It's so funny. I love that going around. That was so fucking funny. Oh, don't be doing this fucking Bruton music nonsense where you repeat that shit like 50 times. Lose my mind. Hang on a second. Let me... What's... Oh, I see what's happening. That's okay. I know who we're gonna raid today. I don't know when we're gonna raid. It might be like a few hours from now. I would like to go for 3 hours today if I can, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. We'll see. I definitely have enough. I'm sure that I have enough work for 3 hours. Because I don't think we're at the point... Oh yeah, we have all this shit to do down here that I need to get to. I'm like putting off. We have the scissors we have to paint. I don't think the scissors will be too insane. All these hand-painted textures. Do you see? The counter is at 44 hours now. Add 10 hours to that to count for like the time that I spent before I integrated the timer. That's how long shit like this takes. But I'm also learning the process to a lot of these things as I go, so there's been a lot of that. There's been some backtracking that's happened, for example. Hello. This thing just keeps hogging the spotlight. Every time I like try to move the camera, it suddenly jumps over there, and then all of you redeem zoom, and I'm like, come the fuck on. Seriously. Can't catch a break here. You model one thing, and in a certain way, and everybody just goes crazy, and you're like, all right, everybody calm down now. I know that if this ever shows up in the presence of the individual whose visage it resembles, the first thing that they're gonna be like is they're gonna be like, oh my god! I swear. See, that's one thing we can agree on here is that, like, anyway, we don't need to talk about that at length. Oh my god, I forgot one of the funniest fucking parts of that Heat movie I watched last night. They're like, they go up to this dude's office and they're pressuring him to, like, cooperate with them. The cops are. And the guy's like, I don't know why, like, he got involved with some woman who is the wife of, like, a criminal. And they're like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know why I ever got involved with that broad or whatever the fuck he says. I don't ever know why I ever got involved with that you know, the fucking, the bitch, oh, you know. And the cop looks at him and he's like, cause you like, or some shit like that. He literally says some shit like that. Like a woman with ass. I mean, I like my women with ass. Exactly like tag delivery. No fucking delivering a line like that. It's like the fucking dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. College stuff and a drug test. Oh Jesus. Oh my goodness. Good luck. Good luck on your drug test.
Dunkachino.
They should put that line in the middle of the Dunkachino song. That would be great though. That would have been really funny if the YouTube poop for Dunkachino or whatever included him going ass. Whatever. I'm like 90% sure he says ass. I could be wrong though. It might be no, he doesn't say butt. There's no way. He might have said butt. I think I like women with big butts or whatever the fuck. He says some shit like that. It's like the funniest shit ever. Oh my god. You know you're watching a movie for real men when Al Pacino goes ass. He's really good at playing a crazy motherfucker. That movie boring as hell though if you're not like spec for that shit. Just warning you. It was fun, but it's not for everyone. But I can say that I've said that about panty and stalking, like I've said that about some peak shit that is like actually peak, but that's the weird thing. That's the thing that pisses me off is that it's really hard to find anything that's universally agreed to be amazing, even among like friends. This is starting to come together a bit more. Like the textures are starting to feel like there's more intention to their shapes, which is what I've been aiming for a while now. A little bit. It's been a bit difficult. I don't want them to just be like blobs of white and black that have no like meaning. It's a little difficult. I think it's starting to make a bit of sense though. They're a bit too like striped too. Like I need to blend like this area down like a lot more. Yeah, there we go. That's lagging. A Lego, my Lego. Dubuque. The city in Iowa, Dubuque, is like the goofiest spelling for a city name ever. Dubuque. Dubuque. Des Moines. Oh yeah, Des Moines is like the funniest name ever too. Des Moines was one of those things that really fucked me up as a child because it's spelled Des Moines and you say it Des Moines. Fucking French, man, I hate it. Stupid. Ruining my childhood. I blame the city of Des Moines, Iowa for ruining my childhood. My inability to pronounce things. Why couldn't they just speak American? Okay. That's a hilarious joke in this day and age. That's the joke that everybody wants to hear at the comedy clubs these days. That's what Americans really want, isn't that right? They also really love when Grok tells them to get naked. Okay, anyway. This is the real things that Americans want. As a gig employee of Amazon.com, I am implored to say these things. I've been obligated by fucking crazy how that works, isn't it? Fucking Twitch streamers being like essentially paid in the same way as like Uber drivers is the fucking most insane shit. Anyway. Just food for thought there. You ever thought about that? That's why they do sponsorships and shit, you know? Makes sense when you think about it. Even if it does stink. For everyone, really. Except for the sponsor. You ever thought about that? Yeah, big deep thoughts. I'm sure that I have incredibly deep thoughts about this. You may be asking, you can say things like this? And it's, you may be surprised. Now, I personally don't go on Twitch's front page, but I've been told that some of the things that show up there. I've been told about those things. Website is very interesting. But I'm not gonna bellyache. Bellyache, that's my new favorite word about that too much. What? What? How come the strength isn't like translating? I told the strength to go down to like 0. And it's like, oh, well, I mean, I guess it's set the strength to like the absolute bare minimum. And it's like still really fucking bright. That's kind of annoying. Whatever. Have a little sip of this cold espresso. That's weird. That is weird. That's weird. I did put milk and sugar in it. Might end up tasting extra weird over time because of that milk in there. You know, I'm starting to realize I've started like thinking about something recently after seeing this in that movie I was watching last night. I wonder if the obsession in the 70s with checkerboard patterns on spaceships, which there was one, by the way, it wasn't in Star Wars, but it was like everywhere else. I wonder if that's because they paint checkerboard patterns onto things in airports so you can better see them from like a jet. What the fuck? Oh, there we go. That was weird. Like as you're on a runway and shit. Big lags. I love big lag. Oh, good old big lag. I need to get some more water too so I can even out this espresso. I shouldn't be drinking coffee right now. I feel like it's gonna make me loopier. But I drank that, now I feel even loopier. Stupid. Sometimes it just does this for me. I don't know why. I hate it. So like I could see why I used to think that caffeine didn't really do anything to me. Because like depending on how my body's functioning, it'll either like help me lock in or like mud my mind, like fill my mind with poop. Poopy butt poop. Come on, get this crap out of here. There's too much like extra texture that's not supposed to be here. Smooth it down, fellas. That's right, smooth it down. Shave it clean. Coffee does nothing for you. How much coffee have you drank? How many times have you tried? I get it tastes like dog shit. Yes, I know. In fact, I drink some of the most disgusting tasting coffee imaginable because it was it was cheap and easy to buy. But I got used to it and in fact actually kind of enjoy it because of the strong flavor. In opposition to like Folgers or anything like that, or even like the coffee that's like in fancy bags and stuff. The vacuum sealed brick of like generic Cafe Bustelo. I know it tastes like Dookie. That's why like a lot of people that like are like, oh yeah, it doesn't do anything for me. They won't drink it. They don't drink it very much because they've had it and it tastes like Dookie and they were like, why would I drink this Dookie water that doesn't do anything to me? It depends. It really depends. I mean, if you're like super into energy drinks and then you have coffee, it may do nothing for you that way because it's like just too low of caffeine level. That's possible. Ugh. Oh. Your people's coffee, straight black. I drink it black in the afternoons at work. I like my coffee with like a little bit of creamer and a little bit of a sugar or sugar substitute in it. Usually it's a sugar substitute in the morning because it's like I just got up. I want to have my sweet bullshit, my tinge of sweet bullshit, my sweet creamy bullshit. And then like if I need a charge in the afternoon, then it's black. And I'm okay with that. It took me a little bit to get used to it. I get water here soon. I should probably also take a break. I can feel like the tension from the coffee sip I took taking root deep in my mind. It'll leave eventually though. Cold coffee. Coffee. Who wants some coffee? I could have sworn I watched something recently where people were like smacking something and it, like on somebody's head and it was like going dong dong dong. I don't remember what it was. It was really funny, but I don't remember what it was. I don't remember where I was watching that. I should probably unhide that up there. Bustelo Oro and Puerto Rican coffee. And what did I just pronounce it? Yaucono. 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 I'm gonna have to hide her collar to get at this. Wakes you up better. It's food propaganda. I like a mix. I like savory breakfast and I like sweet breakfast. I like pancake. I love pancakes. I love pancakes. I like waffles pretty good too. Actually, no, I hate waffles though. I hate waffles. I'm a waffle hater. #1 waffle hater. Remember, this is a thing. So when you hate waffles? I like sweet breakfast somewhat. I have I've been having toast with jam recently. My boss got me like a jar of like, I can't remember what kind of jam it is, but it's like really tasty jam. He got me a bottle of jam, or yeah, not a bottle, a jar of jam. I've been spreading it on like cinnamon toast. Really tasty. Crispy tender and maple syrup. Oh, you're talking about like a chicken tender? You're like a chicken and waffles type of person? I feel like they had like, in my hometown, they had multiple chicken and waffles restaurants for some reason. No, I know what the reason was, but it would kind of dox me if I told you. But I never tried any of them. Never bothered. I've never had chicken and waffles. I think I could understand it a little bit. I don't know if I could, maybe with, I guess I could with syrup. It just seems like really like, oh, like the like fucking turbo bloat combination of stuff though, to have fried chicken and waffles. Oh, my stomach. Like it'd be good, but then you'd be like, oh my god, this is like the craziest combination of things I've ever had in my whole life. These things should be connected a bit better, I feel like. Maybe, I don't know. These are supposed to be able to come off though sometimes, so I don't know. Like to be hideable. Oh, what the hell? Don't do that. You fucking freak. Sometimes when the smear brush doesn't work very well, you have to just get in there and do it yourself. Like the dispersion pattern kind of looks like snow. Sandwich that isn't put together, 2 waffles and a tender. Well, it's not bread. Waffles aren't bread. They're like cake. They're like made with batter and shit. Bread is different. Bread is dough. We'll continue. I will continue to debate you on this momentarily. I gotta get some water. I gotta take a teensy tiny little break. My brain is getting a little spuggled. I think perhaps maybe. I'll be back in for 92 seconds. Yeah, sure. Boop. They sell waffle sandwiches and pancake sandwiches at Wawa. Well, I guess, I mean, it's a quote-unquote sandwich, but that's not bread. Waffles are not bread. They're not bread. I will fight this to the end of the earth. Waffles are not bread. If you wanted to have a waffle for breakfast,
and it was made of bread, why not just have toast? It's more convenient. It's already solidified. What's the point of making a waffle if a waffle is made out of bread? Bread.
Why is it so easy to get zany and wacky about waffles?
Do you like waffles? I like waffles. Yeah, do you like pancakes? Yeah, I like pancakes. Do you like French toast? Yeah, I like French toast. Can't wait to get a mouthful.
What they say? Oh shit, I'm seeing like Chinese chicken over here. Americanized Chinese food. It's really good. Sorry, on my other screen here, that there's like a guy watching a video about like Chinese chicken. Oh. Take a sip of my cold coffee.
Can't wait to get a mouthful.
Wonder how that fucking sounded on the mic. Must have been real zany. What did I just do? Why did I do that? Why did I like switch back to the scene we're already on? What am I doing? Okay. Sit down. Strap in. Let's keep going. I don't need to spend this much time on the texture painting, but I want to. I'm enjoying it too much. Burritos are not bread either. Burritos are tortillas and like beef and beans and shit. What the hell are you talking about? You have a very odd definition of bread. We're just naming everything that isn't bread. We're like, yes, cucumbers are not bread. However, zucchinis are bread because you can make zucchini bread out of them. Bananas are not bread, despite banana bread being a thing. Chocolate is not a bread, even if you can make chocolate chip bread. Name products that are bread, despite not being bread. You know, saying that word too many times is gonna make my brain freak the fuck out. It'll make me freak out. I'm gonna lose it. Breakfast burritos exist. Breakfast burritos are not bread. My argument here is completely arbitrary based on feelings and tastes partially, but also my argument here would be that bread requires dough. And anything that isn't made with dough isn't bread. Because bread is one thing, and bread is a specific. This is like asking if a hot dog is a sandwich. I'm gonna lose it. Bacon sausage maple burrito, yeah, so that's not bread. What are you talking about? How does adding bacon, sausage, and maple to a burrito make it bread? What is this conversation? A chef who has a degree. Dough can be any kind of starch, but you don't need like waffles. You don't need waffles. You don't need them. They don't rise and then go into like a bread oven. I don't care what degrees or qualifications you have. I've said my piece. See, this is why our academics are failing us. It's a sign of rot. They can't even decide what bread is anymore. What kind of a country have we become? Bread used to be bread. Okay, enough of this bit. I'm gonna say something I'm gonna make a joke that I'm gonna cringe at myself very hard at if I keep dealing with that one anyway. Let's see here. This is looking cute. Look at that shit. Look at that nonsense. She looks like she got like a poofy sleeve almost with how cinched it is. I'm gonna give her princess poof sleeves, like Aura always has, regardless of what outfit she's wearing. Did you know that? Aura is like still a princess. Aura's still a damn space princess. She can't escape it. I need you to take a look at the outfit that I drew her in with this shit. I have a point to make. It doesn't matter what fucking outfit I put her in or how serious she gets. She still has poofy princess sleeves at the shoulders. She still has them. Even if like, God. So originally Ara's outfit had poofy princess sleeves at the shoulders because she was a space princess. And then when I wanted to make her a bit more serious, I gave her pauldrons instead that were like the sci-fi like metal pauldrons that go on shoulders and kind of stick off a bit. Then that's corny. So I kind of tossed that in the trash because I didn't want to go that kind of cheese with it. But I went with this thing instead, the popped sleeves on the suit with the sleeve garters, which I think is awesome. I still like this a lot, and that's why it's her official outfit currently. But you know, the fucking button-down shirt she's wearing underneath now sticks out through these like poof sleeves like a fucking princess. So she's gone back around to looking like a damn space. She's a goddamn princess again. She can't escape being a princess. She was created as a space princess, and she just stays a fucking princess anyway. It doesn't matter what I fucking do. It doesn't matter what I do. It just loops back around to being a princess again. Everybody just loops back around to being a goddamn princess in a goddamn castle. Whoa. Stupid fucking fairy tales. Can't believe this. This is too light right here. It's pissing me off. I don't know why it's so light. Why aren't you light? Are they glowing? Why are they glowing? Why is it glowing? I want to tell that story again. Once my friend made a video making fun of a guy playing a game where like it was Rise of Nations, and when you walk into enemy territory in Rise of Nations, your units start to glow as they take damage. And my friend was like, "Why are they glowing?" I would show the video, but my friend was very fast and loose with the words that Twitch doesn't like. At the time, a long time ago. $50 million points on Rise of Nations.
I have 50 million points on Rise of Nations.
But because Rise of Nations is a real game from like the 90s and shit, it was just a really uncommon game. It was like less popular than Age of Empires. It's so funny how like a lot of those games from that era are now like used by like slop bullshit to like milk people for their money. It's crazy, actually. I keep forgetting. There's something I wanted to mention that keeps popping into my head. Thankfully, things to talk about have been popping into my head again today, which means maybe my brain is a little healthier today. For some reason. So it's a dramatic shift in topic, but I should have brought this up when I was talking about Neon Divide. The Army Men games. I have not heard of those. I do not know them. I guess that's like the fucking ones with like the little green dudes or something. I had a dream last night that God, this is really funny. That I was watching Neon Divide, and like, or maybe like I was in it first person. I need to show you this guy to give you an idea of what this character looks like. I need to show you this guy. I don't remember what was happening, but like I was watching it, and it was kind of like how on the episode on Friday there was a bunch of fucking lore and bullshit going on with characters, and one of the characters was this guy, and I've been really happy. This guy has been like nailing shit lately. I really like how he's like how he does shit. It's really fun. I love watching it. He like really Shut up. There's something yapping in my ear now. This fucking guy. Maybe I should just show you his fucking... Hang on. I'll just show you. I'll put it in Clip Studio. This fucking dude, I don't know why. I don't know. This is a scene that keeps popping into my head that my brain made up. Because of the dream. It just like popped into my dream out of nowhere. This fucking guy. What the hell is this? I don't know how to do it. Okay, fine. I'll just describe it to you. I think that makes more sense. This fucking guy, he looks like the Nutcracker Prince. I swear to God, he looks exactly like the goddamn Nutcracker Prince from the animated movie. And he's a character in Neon Divide. And you might know who I'm talking about if you've seen Neon Divide. And there was this fucking moment in my dream where like something asks him for like, I don't know, it was like something like prompted him to do something, and he like picked up like, for some reason he had this fucking cane or something with him, and he picks it up and he like speaks into the end of it, and it like does something, and it was like, in my brain I was like, oh my god, he's so good at this, he's did the perfect timing, holy shit, I don't know. But it's like this Nutcracker Prince motherfucker is like I swear to God. So I woke up and I was like, my God, he really does look exactly like that damn Nutcracker Prince. He's Max, the character Max. I'm not saying the character design is bad in any way. However, he does look like the Nutcracker Prince, which is a little silly sometimes. But it's also like, you know, it makes sense. He's supposed to be an entertainer, so he's dressed in a ridiculous way. But like, he still looked like the Nutcracker Prince, man. Fuck. That exact guy, that guy said some of the funniest shit ever. There was like a conversation happening. Kitty? You chirping? What are you chirping about? Ew. Kitty? Are you hungry? Where? You're hungry? A little early though. I can't get you dinner quite yet. There was a fucking moment. They were like waiting for something, like out of character. They were all talking and whatever in between like things they were doing, and that kid says something about dick, and this guy fucking runs in. He's like, heard dick and came running. Absolutely beautiful moment. Beautiful moment. I hope to emulate those sorts of moments in my life. There's a beautiful moment, beautiful Neon Divide moments. Hashtag. Sometimes you like take a step back. I mean, at the same time, like, I watch Digital Circus and enjoy that, and look at those fucking characters. You could put this man in his Nutcracker Prince fucking getup in Digital Circus, and he wouldn't even like, well, he would stand out because he's not an object, but he's like a guy. It'd be kind of weird for there just to be like a guy there. Why is there just a man here? Instead of like a weird like toy creature thing. That would be fucking weird, wouldn't it? Okay, I do want to do the scissors at the very least, and then I might call it. I haven't been paying much attention to this side of this section, though. Not really sure what exactly I want to do with this. I think go across here. I think there's like a, yeah, there's like a ridge here. And kind of go around like that. Oh, yeah. This is what I should be doing, is I should be like drawing on the ridges. That'd make a lot more sense. New brushes. New brushes. New brushes. The noobs are coming. Everybody watch out, the noobs are coming. The noobs. I should play Become an Egyptian Simulator or whatever the hell. Egyptian Life Simulator. Get executed by the pharaoh 50 times in a row. Egypt Life Simulator. Jazz's brushes. That's cute. Look at that. Look at that. Cute painterly brushes. Oh my god, why are they watching a video of a guy making like something with a bunch of meat and fries and shit in it? That sucks. I want to eat that now. Usually I would be having meat and fries today because I get loaded fries with my wings from the restaurant that my stepdad buys shit from like every Sunday. But I can't have my loaded fries today. I'm so mad. Pharaoh and Emperor? What, it fucking the fucking Egypt Life Simulator? What? I was joking. I was only saying that because fucking Eros has played Egypt Life Simulator and they just kept executing her over and over again. It was really good. I got to watch her die like 50 times by execution. I think that every VTuber should end up in a guillotine at some point in their career. This is a true statement of truth. Checked and approved by real VTuber patriots. I don't think she was in a guillotine actually. I don't remember how they killed it. I think it was burning at the stake. I can't remember how the execution went. It's RTS Life Sim from the net. What the fuck? Really? Egypt Life Simulator is also a Roblox game. What the fuck? What? That's so funny. What the hell? You know what pisses me the fuck off? I took a vow to never touch Roblox ever again as long as I live. That is a sacred vow I cannot break. I took it with no one and I didn't actually ever take the vow. I'm just saying that I did because I don't want to ever go back. That shit. For any reason. But then like, one of my favorite fucking VTubers treads onto this old turf and I'm like, it almost makes, it's almost tempting. It's almost tempting to be able to go in and fuck with. I don't know that fucking game no more though, in the slightest. I don't know shit about dick that happens on that platform these days. I do know it hasn't changed much in terms of some things. Because people will talk about the issues as if they're new, and I'm like, dog, you really haven't been here very long, have you? You really haven't been around this here planet very long, have you? And of course, everybody eventually like grows out of it. So like that shit don't get carried on to like younger generations or anything. Because people are like, yeah, Roblox fucking sucks. Get the fuck out of this place. Except unless your name is well, I shouldn't say that name. Unless you're that dude from the forums who had like 1 billion posts and kept posting right up until they shut down. Okay, that makes a lot more logical sense than whatever the fuck I was doing before. I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking sometimes with this shit. I'm like, what? Doing some dumb shit. Yeah, I need to be like shadowing the valleys and like highlighting the peaks. That will probably... What? What has happened? Oh my god, it's ruined. It's ruined. It's ruined. Oh, how will I ever recover from this? From this? Oh my god. Get in there. Come on, smash that shit. Smash that freaking like button. Today's stream is sponsored by... I don't fucking know. I don't know what sponsors people get on YouTube. I don't watch YouTube. Emperor rise in the Middle Kingdom. Emperor will only be via death threats and blackmail. The rise of the Middle Kingdom. This looks awesome, actually. Wait. I feel like Limes played one of these games on her stream at one point. Rise of the Middle Kingdom? This is like a Pharaoh plus Cleopatra. Caesar 4. What the hell are these fucking games? Fucking the game Caesar. Oh my god, it's like isometric? That's fucking insane. Caesar 3. That's not isometric. Wow, these games look awesome. I want to play like all these games, kinda. They probably would fucking suck actually, but like... one of your favorite of all time. Modded for HD resolution. City Builder Life Sims. That could be like a fun thing. We just do like a marathon where we play a bunch of old fucking dumb city builders. Even though I don't know how to play those games. I only know how to play Age of Empires. Which is an RTS. Then we end up, we end the series by playing City Skyline. And then crashing the fucking stream because that game needs like a fucking 5090 to run. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna say that the sleeves are good for now. Let's start on the scissors. I don't know how far we'll get. Oop. A whoopee, a whoopsie, a whoopsie, a whoopsie, a oopsie, a oopsie. Oopsie doodles, oopsie doodles. Oopsie doodles, he. Object mode, click. Shader. Jewels. No. No dog. Displacement, thickness. I know exactly why I started saying dog and it's embarrassing. I watched a guy who says dog too much and I just picked it up immediately. It's just a fucking like a goddamn parrot. Great, because it's a very stereotypical how the civilians talk. Are they like it's like Asian and they all talk with accents? That's that'd be really interesting. Quite a thing happening there. Really making moves here. Texture paint. Oh yeah, it's only one half of it, so we don't have to do both sides. Oh, that's the wrong brush. Let me... Oh, I kind of don't want to use this. That's on the wrong mode anyway. Where is it? What the flip? What is a zip? Is my... I think the mirroring is not on. Never mind. Paint soft. Why is it not showing up? Do I not have... I don't have a... Oops. But no, there's a scissors layer. How come it's not showing up? Maybe it needs to be brighter. I guess it do. I guess it do need to be brighter. Okay. Let me set this back. Yeah, because the actual scissors have like this pinkish, like weird shit going on that I think is supposed to be like representative of the material they're made out of. Internal devs voicing them with hard Asian. Oh, because their wife won't be pregnant. What the fuck? Should window shop and buy now. That's fun. God. Why does everybody in this game sound like that? You know, this is so dark, I have half a mind to turn on the fucking... I can't turn on wireframe. I wish I could. Well, actually, no, I can. Wait. There. Let me turn it down a little bit, though. It's a bit... Oh, wait, no, I want 100% wireframe. I just want the opacity to go down, like, all the way. There we go. Oh, don't be doing that shit. That's a problem. I forgot about that. I forgot the polygons on the outside are not unwrapped. It's gonna stretch at the edges. Okay, let's see here. What if I, let me do some nonsense to this. I think that goes around the entire scissors. Okay, no, it doesn't go on the inside. Which makes sense. See, mark seam. You know, I kind of wonder if, like, here, wait, no, I'm gonna do it on this side too. I'll do this one and this one, mark seam. Then I'm gonna actually, like, reproject this guy. I'm gonna have to delete the scissors layer for now. We're gonna go to UV editing. We're gonna do A, project from view. I think. Let's see, smart UV. No, project from view. Thing is, though, it doesn't really. Hang on. I wanna. Unwrap, smart UV project, unwrap. I don't want it to be both sides. Well, it kind of is both sides, but. That is really annoying because it's like the only thing on this fucking texture map. It's a product of its time. A product of its time. A product of its time. She looks weird without her fucking collar. It's weird as hell. I feel like I should make her neck thinner. It's goddamn weird. Putting the collar back on. There we go. At least put that on. Belts, keys. There we go. Put them both on. Why not? Put them both back. Put you back into it. Alright, new image. Scissor layer. 1024. Yep. Bam. Okay, new texture. New texture has been created. A new texture has just been created. Hang on a sec. Z. No. X. Where's it drawing that? It's drawing that in weird places. I don't like that. Why? Forget this mirroring nonsense. We'll just draw it on both sides. Manually. It's okay. I'm sad. The car that I was looking at on Facebook Marketplace that I was like, ooh, it would be so cool if I owned that car. It's sold. Unsurprisingly. The one that I, with the practical purchase too. It's okay though, but because I did not have the budget for that shit right now. Maybe in like a month or two. Sage. Sage. I'm not doing like a great, amazing 1 million out of 10 job with this, but that's okay. I don't need to. The roughness is part of the charm here. What in the fuck am I hearing? Jesus Christ. It's like a YouTube poop of like a sponge that has colors and like people screaming and shit. That is wild. I feel like I had this like weird sponge color thing that this lady is doing. Or I used to remember seeing them all the time. There were like ads for those fucking weird sponges that would like smear colors on paper. Obviously, you would like put the paint on like the tip of the sponge. It was just like a paint technique, really, or they were like trying to market it as if it was this cool like thing. Yeah, painting. What does this look like without the I feel like it's gonna be too prominent if I'm not careful. So I might erase a bunch of this, but I would like to go around the outsides like this because I think it'll help. It's funny how like easy it is to do shit like this. It's so bizarre. I'm like, what the fuck? How is this so fucking easy? Well, I mean, once all the bullshit technical stuff is set up. Like the actual process of painting it isn't that difficult. Like you don't have to know how to draw to do this part. If you ask me, you just have to know like some basics of like how like clothing works and the kind of thing, the lighting style that you're going for, the aesthetic you're aiming for. I don't think I'm gonna finish this right now, because I think I'm actually gonna get some foods. I don't think I'm going for the full 3 today, but 2 is pretty good, if I do say so myself, for an off day. We're gonna stream. I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I don't know why I say this shit. I'm gonna stream tomorrow in the afternoon. I'm gonna try to get up earlier and do all the shit I want to do earlier, so I'm not like doing shit at like fucking like way later than I ought to be, around dinner time or whatever. I'd like to like be done with everything by 5. Or to say hi when you're able to jump in. I appreciate that. It'll be a texture painting stream since we got the animation shit done. Lag. Oh yeah, that does mean more lag. I love my big lag. Good old big lag. It's getting dark in here, so if my tracking seems a little weird too, that would be why. I haven't turned on any of the lights. And I probably won't be turning them on right now. Racer doesn't work for that purpose. Alright, let me do this one real quick and then I'll Actually, why don't I go around all the outside edges on this whole thing? And then I'll call it. So I can get to an actual stopping point instead of just being like, okay, I'm done. Even though I'm like in the middle of something. We also need to color the weird wound on the back of Eros's head that I never colored. Can't forget about that. Where the scissors protrude. Problem with being a character that has giant scissors protruding out the back of her head is that you have to like draw or like model something to indicate that there are giant scissors in fact sticking out the back of her head. Other than just the scissors. Otherwise they just pop out for no reason. What's the point in that? Where's the fun in that? This one's a little weird. The center bit is going to be kind of strange. The most annoying part of this whole fucking drawing. God, I got in too close. The scattering is all fucked up in some spots. I am definitely gonna have to come back to this and refine it. The most annoying part of this whole thing is just how many nooks and crannies there are on these scissors. Alright, so they're not gonna stay red, those scissors, but not gonna stay that red. I'll probably be like blending them down and whatnot. Maybe add some white to keep them shinier. Yeah, probably want to do that. Maybe on a different layer. We'll see. I want to increment and save. I know where we're going. I know where we're going today. I know exactly where we're going. I do see there's somebody on that I like to raid when I can, but there's somebody else on who I rarely get to raid. That is, what the fuck is Ash Plus playing today? What the fuck is this shit? What is this thing? He's playing like Pokemon, I think. Nope, it's Ape Escape. I forgot. That's right. The girl looks like a Pokemon character. Ape Escape. Ape Escape. I did not realize the Ape Escape series had like a weird little like fucking creature girl thing as a protagonist. That was really weird when I saw him first doing that. Because I don't think I ever have seen much of Ape Escape before, actually. Ah. My face is barely tracked in the darkness here. Barely. You barely see me. Here. We're gonna rate Ash Plus. The friend of the stream. A little freak boy and his boy toy. A couple of little freaks. I'll be back tomorrow with more texture painting, and it'll be an afternoon stream once again. We'll be doing that. I'll see how long I go for. I wanted to do like 4-hour streams all these days, but that has not happened, so we'll see. We'll see. It might be 2 hours, might be 3 hours, could even go up to 4 hours. We'll see. I'd like to try to get started a bit earlier, like I said, but it's all up in the air. Bye. Thank you all for coming today. Whether you popped in for just a second, stayed, chatted, lurked, whatever you decided to do, I really appreciate it. Thank you for being here. It means a lot. We're going to go see Ash Plus, who is playing Ape Escape 3, which is, as I mentioned, I don't know what the hell, I don't know what the deal with the protagonist is. I don't know how he got this protagonist. I don't know if this is like an unlockable thing, what the hell the deal is. I also don't know what the fuck she's carrying around. It kind of looks like something Panty and Stocking had in one episode, but anyway, beside the point. Thank you all for being here. Thank you. The audio gang. I don't know what this means. I don't know what that means. I don't understand. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. Oh yeah, spam emotes and shit. Bye bye.